We're using milky white and a nice pink here. And the monomer should be available next week, hopefully. So I'm using like an off-white. Let's test out this ombre real quick. Sure, when you do ombre, this is very nice and even. See this pink. So these are a slightly curved tip, so it's actually closely like curved tips. This is kind of like that pink and white. Ooh. This is a nice pink for ombre. 163 was it? Ooh. Is it bubblegum? Kind of, yeah. That's nice.
It's giving me the clear pink.
This reminds me of those classic pink and whites that you get back in the day. Like that. It's 163 by Chisel. I believe, yep, 163 by Chisel. Solid 163. It's actually a really nice pink. I don't think I've used it yet. I'm really digging how Chisel works so well with my monomer. I guess that was meant to be. We're almost like almost a full tip length here with these slightly curved tips. These are called natural tips. They're a little bit slightly curved, but not too curved. You can see they're like a little bit slightly curved, so they're called natural tips. So that's actually pretty nice. A lot of people actually like the curved look, but not too curved. I'm not talking like claw curve. You need these colors. I mean, you can get this for like $10. Chisel is really cheap. Not cheap, but like good, like, you know, affordable. And look how amazing the battery is. It's just an affordable product. You can get it for $10. $11, I think. For a 2 ounce. You can't really go wrong with that, right guys? You order this as soon as you have the cash. It's $10. I mean, that stimmy hit, get the whole collection, girl.
I love my pink. I'm sorry.
Wave Gel sending me some new colors soon, so is Chisel. So we're gonna do some pastel colors for you guys, some spring colors. Huh?
Purple, purple.
Yeah, lavender and purple.
Yeah.
Lavender and pink ombres.
Yeah, pink. Yeah. Pink and purple. Yeah.
You need $10 for gas. So walk. Start walking, and you have $10 for acrylic. Times are tough, you know. Do what you gotta do, you know. people don't understand how expensive this career is. They think we're here doing it for fun. I don't know. We're making sacrifices so we can afford these nice, pretty powders, you know. I will be announcing the press-on winner tonight. Oh, I should pin my Instagram. So we're gonna enter. If you have not entered yet, you should, so you don't miss out. I paid $79.43 on eBay. I don't remember the site probably more. I got you. It's okay. Good time. Really nice pink.
Now you ain't gonna be able to stand a chance with this thing.
She got pink and white last time too.
This was gonna blow right off the frame.
See, I like it too much.
I'm back in the game now. This is for the books.
Plus these corners. Actually, a pretty nice blend. I'll probably put a little clear on this later just to protect my blend. I really like my blend right now.
I love to have some things to clear.
Make sure you do ombre, you're consistently blending it, okay guys? Like, the blend is consistent, and like, it's not too long, not too short. Throughout the nail, same position. That's the important thing about ombre that I always notice, and I think everybody notices too. If you have an ombre, all 10 of your fingers, if they're all in different positions where the ombre is, it's definitely not gonna look good. So just make sure you put enough powder. Don't put too much powder. Don't drag it too early. That was all consistently just right here. The blend, I like it like that. Keep it that way. Some powder here. Let's see. Nice and stuff. Always add more, just be careful, okay? If you need to add more, just put a little bit, let it sit, and drag. Just don't add too much so you're making the ombre too much. And you always, if you have a little bit of pink here, you just take your brush and just blend it, get it out, pigment out. The nails are slightly curved, so we gotta make sure that, you know, I don't use low odor monomer at all. I'm not a fan of low odor monomer because I just think low odor monomer I like the way the monomer smell is. My monomer this is my own monomer. It's a medium setting monomer. It's not low odor, it's not high odor, it's medium. I don't mind the odor smell because I feel like that's what makes it monomer. Anytime anything is low odor, it means they're removing something to make the monomer different, and I don't like that. And I like something that works. I really don't believe in low odor monomer, to be honest with you. That's just my personal preference. I don't think any monomer should be low odor. The chemical agent in monomer that makes it work well gives it the odor. So if you do anything low odor, you're removing it. It will make it work not as good, and I'm more for quality. I need it to work the way it's supposed to work. There are ways, you know, to get past odor. If you have to do nails at home and you worry about the odor, you gotta set up some proper ventilation, you know. And even low odor is not really low odor. There's still odor to it, just maybe not as strong, but it will still linger. I just can't sacrifice the quality of my monomer for something that's more low odor.
Ooh, that is giving me very 2021.
Yeah.
Didn't I just ask you for that, John? That's giving me 2021 vibes.
Yeah. This is 2001. The pink and whites are back.
Just blended. I was just saying it. Can you airbrush?
We're not talking about airbrush. I'm not doing airbrush ever. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
You're never gonna get me to do airbrush.
I know these look good. I love these.
You're inspired to be better, Kimmy. You're inspired to be like me. It's not on my site yet. Once I get it in stock, the team has to get it in stock, and then we're gonna have to load it up on their website. It will come in 8 ounce and 16 ounce, and you guys can try it out. And then for those that are ready for that gallon, I'll provide the gallon later on. Brushes will be early next month. Brushes are early next month, or at end of this month, depending. Since I've ordered such a big amount this time, it takes a little bit longer to produce, and then I have to crimp them all too. So. Spanish what? Are you talking about that reverse dip? You really want that? Alright, we'll do it today.
And they look like this, so I know you could just...
Yeah. Okay. She wants that reverse dip.
Instead of shaking them.
Well, no, airbrush? I don't have time to mess with the airbrush machine. Airbrush is just a thing of the past. You guys think it's easy and simple, it ain't. The maintenance for that machine is just stupid. It's like I'm not gonna mess around with trying to clean it every time I use it. And
so every nail you do, you gotta pour airbrush stuff in it, right?
No, you pour it in and then you use it, but it's not as good. You also have to clean it. If you don't clean it and it gets a little bit of dried paint stuck in there, you have to like really take the whole thing apart. A lot of people see like demos of people using the airbrush, like, oh, it's so easy, it's so easy. Oh yeah.
Right.
Trust me, when you actually have it, there's actually people that I know that bought it and just never used it. It's just sitting there. You don't use it as much as you think you're gonna use it, because people don't ask for it often, so you don't do it often. So I think it's a waste of money.
Cause they blend in colors now.
And you got ombre now. I mean, like, it's good, it's fun. Like, you have the stencils, you have to buy the stencils. You know. Trust me, there's so many people that I've talked to that like, I bought it and it's been 3 years and I haven't used it yet. I'm like, damn. I mean, it's making a comeback, these little portable ones, but still, it's just a hassle to work with.
Paint and polish.
Paint, polish, put it in there, spray it, clean it, rinse, repeat. And then if it splatters, then you're kind of screwed, and then you have to redo everything. Very touchy thing. It's trying to make a comeback. There's a lot of companies that invested into it, and they're really pushing hard for it. But I just think airbrush should stay in like the early 2000s and in the 90s. We got so much new technology now with nails. What's up, Tandy? How are you? Tandy making all these candies. I'm using milky white because it's a less dominant white color, so it actually makes it easier for me to blend. So like if you're like, this pink will probably cover up white too, but sometimes you're using like maybe a blending color that's not too that's not pigmented enough. So white, milky white will give it so you can blend it easier. Okay. If I had a really white, supreme white under here, it would definitely be a lot harder for me to cover it up with the blend, because it's very dominant, the really white. Just like how if you did like an ombre with like a black as a base, that'd be hard to cover up with black. You have to have a really nice nude or something, you know. So generally, if you're using like soft colors like nudes and light pinks, you definitely should use a soft white instead of a harsh, like very dominant white. I do like a softer white though, whenever I do ombres. I feel like a really white, like a really white chalky white, it actually gets yellow over time. I feel like that's happened to me before, and that's why I stopped using the really white. I don't remember the last time I used really white colors. White powder is very like powdery and pigmented, so you gotta be careful with that. Oh, thank you for the stars. If I ever do nails that are white, I'd rather paint it white. Does that make sense? I'd rather do the nails and paint it white than actually use white powder, because white powder is just so pigmented, yeah, like it's crazy. Like the pigment in there, powdery, and you can't avoid it. It gets stained. Gives it a nice blend. I'm gonna put some clear on this too, so to make sure I protect my ombre. Last thing I want to do is drill over it and get rid of it. I'm gonna bring out some more powder and give it a little bit of apex for my blend. Consistent, okay, keep the blend consistent. When the taco hits this, you'll see it's gonna come through. This time I'm just controlling the powder, keeping it here until I'm ready to pull it. Sometimes when you put the powder down, it might be too wet. You don't want to pull it too early either. If you pull it too early, it's gonna bleed all the way through your nails. You want to just pull it just enough, just to get it out to the past where that white spot is, where your first color is. That's where you want the blend to start. So here, that's where I want the blend to start. I'll just pull it downward very lightly. Kind of like a whiplash action, like a pull away action when you're pulling your brush away, so that you don't drag the powder all the way through. You just drag to the enough and you pull. See this white line here? This is where the majority want the ombre to start. You want it to cover, you want the bulk of your pink to be right here, because it's gonna be thicker here and it's gonna be able to cover up that line. If this is too thin, like this, you're able to see the line through it. You see that? You don't want that. So you wanna make sure the bulk of your pink is gonna be laying right there. That now, when you pull from the bottom half, the bulk is right there. It's gonna cover up. It's gonna cover up that spot, that line. See? I just go up, and just put more powder and get my cable area. But you want to make sure you position the bulk of your nail, which is pretty much the apex area, the thickness of the nail. Put it right on top of that line. You don't see it show through. I know a lot of you guys have said, "Oh yeah, I've done ombres where the powder doesn't show through." Possibly that powder's too thick also. Make sure when you do the first coat, you can pat down that white area. You can pat it down thin as possible, because you're covering this up with this pink anyways. So you don't need that spot to be thick. Just pat it down, you know? It's just there. You see how I have a little pink here? All I gotta do is use a little bit of monomer in my brush and just brush it through. And the pink is gone. I have a nice ombre, pink and white ombre. Just like that. Then I can take a little bit of clear out. And I'm gonna encapsulate my clear. I'm gonna encapsulate with my ombres. So just a little bit of clear. put it where my ombre is, so I make sure that later on when I do file and drill, I'm not gonna drill my ombre out. See, I put it nice, thin, clear. I'm protecting my ombre. And I'm placing my clear where that ombre is starting. I'm just gonna brush it through, nice and smooth. It gives me a little bit of a clear coat over the ombre, so there. And I gotta know that I have a very thin clear here, so there I'm not gonna really drill too much here. It's a little bit of buffer, minor buffering, and all that stuff. Okay. And it's nice that it's right in the position where my apex is, so I'm adding more thickness to my apex, which is okay. But I'm not gonna cap the whole nail, not necessary. And just remember to do this. If you're still, new, and you take all that time to do that perfect ombre, the last thing you want to do is drill or buff it off. And you're like, oh crap, all that time I spent on my ombre. I was a little bit heavy-handed with the drill, and boom, it's gone. We don't want that, okay? And see, I'm just placing it where that is. And I'm actually just dragging it through very smoothly. I know clear powder is very, very wet. So you just drag it through. So actually, if you have a really bumpy application, when you use the clear, you can actually make it even nicer. And these nails, once we shape them and top with them, actually the aesthetics for the slightly curved nails actually really nice once it's really shaped, nice and tapered and crisp. As you can see, I'm just dragging the powder right through, give it a nice clear coat to protect my ombre. But just remember, I can't drill too much later. I'm probably not gonna drill too much because it's very smooth, my application. So this clear will just make it smoother. So then I'm not gonna drill too much. I'm not too worried about drilling out the ombre. Now you guys see why this happens? I'll show you guys right now. You see the little bit of pink right here? This is because when I was applying my white, it was a little bit uneven. That's why the pink was in the divot. Don't worry, later I'm gonna drill that out. But that's why it's important for you guys when you do ombre to set your first bead very nice and consistent, evenly. Because if you have any bumps in it, when you drag the ombre, it's gonna fill in the spots like this. This will be fine because I just drill in the tip and I'll get rid of it. But if it's around this area, it'll be bad for your ombre. You won't get that blend that you want, okay? That's a perfect example of what I always warn people when they do their first bead with their ombre. The first bead is important because you have to make sure it's nice and fat, smooth, and so that the ombre doesn't get affected by it. Because if there's a little bit of bumpiness in there, the pink is going to go into it and it's going to make it darker. Make sure I'm going to clean this brush really nice. Anytime, guys, you work with clear, please understand clear always eats into your acrylic brush. Make sure you clean it really properly because the clear is it's really bad and it'll seize up your brushes. And only with clear, because clear is 100% acrylic and there's no pigment to it. Make sure you clean your brush really nice, okay? My brush is about to retire soon. And I got not even that much monomer left. I'm gonna just throw it out because there's still really no point keeping this monomer. Now we just go right into shaping. Really simple. We're gonna do just a nice taper. The tip already gives me the tapered look. So I'm just gonna go down side to side. For those of you guys that always ask me about shaping, I don't really shape. I shape with my acrylic. And I really mean that. I shape with my acrylic. Can't my nails down my backless. Because when you have the tips and you do proper application, you see that? I just spent like literally less than 10 seconds shaping. And bruh, you see the shape? It's there already. Now if I do more, it's gonna make it worse, right? But I'm not. I'm just gonna clean up the shape and then I'm done. Most of my shaping comes during my application. Like I'm so serious about that.
It's smooth and neat.
It's just really quick, and it's just once you do a proper application, you're just using 100 by 100 grit, which I'm using here, and you're just gonna go through it, and it's just gonna make the shape nice and tapered. Look at. Yes, if I were to shape more, it's just gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it more, and it's gonna be less taper. Look how perfect taper that is. I'm not gonna mess with that. Why? You know, why mess with it? This is one of my 100 by 100 hand filers. And you can probably get them on my naildadshop.com. And you can link below. And I think a lot of times, a lot of you guys are having issues with shaping. It's because you're over shaping. I mean that you're trying too much. You're shaping too much, and then you start messing your shape up. And then you're too committed to stop. And then that's that. I mean, there's nothing you can do after that, right? Your shape is like, you know, now slanted or not the way you want it, so you have to keep going. And then you run into the issues of, you know, not having the same shape anymore. But just remember, when you're using this thing, it's not to shape, it's to clean up your shape. Your shape should have been there with your tips and your application. I'm cleaning up my shape. Look how crisp that is. I'm not shaping, I'm cleaning it up. This shape is already here. I'm just making it more crisp. I'm cleaning it up, okay? Keep in mind. See?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shaping is very.
I'm
don't
trying to
overthink.
find this Apex right now. Hold on.
Who is that?
Oh no, you don't know what's up over here. Girl. John, let her know this shit that blew her out. Wow. John's lying.
Let's see if she can keep these nails on.
Come on. My Apex hourglass. Yeah, what's on?
See? Consistent ombres,
Oh, so
through and
good.
through.
Oh, cause she noticed that done blew her out the box.
Why you guys always competing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, honey. She can't stand a chance.
Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
you're so wild.
She can stand a chance.
She actually got pink and white last time she was here too.
Mm-hmm. We be weak at each other.
Huh?
I said we be weak at each other. Y'all don't do that one hard.
Oh, this is your broken one now.
Yeah, no one did. That one. I gotta watch that one.
I mean, my 100 grit files, they last pretty long. I want to say like, you can probably use these for like 10 sets. Because I don't really file that much, guys. Like, my shaping, I don't really have to put on a lot of acrylic. I'm mainly just, you know, finessing or, you know, cleaning up the shape. So I'm not doing too much shaping, so actually my files last a bit longer. So focus on your application, and I guarantee you your shaping will automatically be nice and crisp. I've proven it every time. Every time I do nails, I show you guys, right? You should not be spending 20-30 minutes shaping. That's just me being honest with you, okay? I don't want you to spend 20-30 minutes shaping. So I'm telling you, Just focus more on your application, making sure that you don't get the sidewalls too thick. You know, watch how I do my application and just try to mimic as best as possible. If not, you can take one of my classes. So Connecticut and Atlanta has been announced. I forgot to tell you guys that. So we get about 2 weeks for you guys to pre-enroll, for those that are following the platform. Then we're gonna post it publicly on nail groups, and that's when it's gonna fill up. So those guys have been waiting for Atlanta and Connecticut. You can DM for information.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be nice in Atlanta.
I know. I've been requesting for Atlanta for so long. I'm finally gonna come to Atlanta.
You're supposed to. We're gonna keep going there. They're gonna love you.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're gonna love you. They're gonna love taking your class. It don't get no better than running up the jump.
You're trying to hype me up.
I'm serious.
My clients are my hype men.
I'm so serious. It don't get no better than this. You lay it. You don't gotta do the most. You just lay it and go.
Yeah.
I like that.
It really does cut down your time, guys, when you're doing nails. Your application cuts down your time so much. It's crazy. I've had students that cut down their time by 20-30 minutes coming after this class. Just once they realize that they don't have to do so much, and they're cutting out all the excess, they're like, oh, why am I doing all this extra steps? You know?
And I do nails and be good right now.
I tell them, like, you don't have to do all these extra steps. Just do this. And you cut out all these steps and you'll be good. And they're like, okay. And so many of my students like, yeah, I've actually been getting my steps done 20 minutes, 30 minutes faster. I'm like, yeah. Every 2 clients, you'll be able to fit in one more extra client. That curve is actually aesthetically pleasing, guys.
You just whip these up in literally like 45 minutes. We got 150.
Yeah, it's actually pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do some cuticle work now, guys. You remember her Thursday? You remember who? Yeah, your annoying ass voice.
Take care.
So right now we're just gonna do some cleaning up. Like cuticle area. Don't move, Taylor. This is where the lifts happen, okay? So we're gonna flush this down. And team no lift. Remember, this is super, super smooth. I'm not gonna even mess with that. There's no point of me messing with that. My main concern is getting this cuticle bit in here. Smooth. See that extra pink right here that we have? I'm just gonna file that out. Remember earlier I told you about that pink area? You go through and file it out. Look at that shape though, that taper. Remember, this is a curved tip. Slightly curved tip. Remember, I can't drill too much. I don't want to mess with my ombre, okay? You shouldn't be drilling that much either. It's nice and smooth already. Around the cuticle areas, just like I always do. Same technique. Tilting my drill bit at an angle, getting in there. cuticle work. That's where the lifts come from. You're gonna have the clients, Taylor, you better calm down with that movement. I will cut you. Quit playing on your phone for 10 minutes. I'll be finished soon. There we go. That's it. That's all I need. Damn, look at that shape. Tandy's like, yes sir, she knows. You don't need no banana bond, avocado bond, okay guys? You just need this proper prep, flush cuticles, proper drill work, and there's no way that this acrylic's gonna lift on you. No way. You got the bonding, you got the sealing. It's all in technique. Yes, primer, all that other stuff may help. But 80 to 90% of your lifts is right here, what I'm doing right now. So if you can get that down, you don't need all the other extra stuff. Save yourself some money. We just talked about earlier. You do not need to be buying 0.5 ounces of that secret formula that helps your nails bond for 20 bucks. You can just do this. You can do it, you can get the same results, okay? I'm sorry to all those companies that sell these amazing whatever product that helps it not lift, but it's not necessary. You can just focus on yourself as a nail tech, get the technique down. I'm for a nail tech reliant nail tech, not a product reliant nail tech, if that makes any sense. You want to be a nail tech that's based off of your skill level, not the products you're using, right? At the end of the day, don't let the product make you. You should be the one that makes the product. Clean up underneath. Go through, make sure that everything is smooth. Because it's a slight curve here, guys. So I want to make sure that the curve is nice and smoothed out. There's no like little bumps and ridges from like the acrylic. So I'm just gonna use my drill bit and I'm just gonna go through like that really quick. And this eliminates any bumps or anything in the curvature. I want the curvature to be nice like that. See that? Nice curvature. Sometimes there's little jagged edges under here. You don't want that. That's just me being very picky with the aesthetics. You need lessons? It's free for you right here. What's better, dip gel or gel polish? I don't even know what dip gel is. What's dip gel? Are you talking about polygel? What is dip gel? I haven't heard of that yet. What product is that? There may be some stuff that I've never even heard of. So what is dip gel? I think she means like dip powder. I don't think you can dip gel, can you? So you don't offer off lessons? Yeah, I offer classes. I have a Connecticut class and Atlanta class coming up in May. You can DM for that information. I'll be dropping gems in these lives too, so it's free for you. Pick them up when I drop them. Dip powder, they're both the same. You're both gotta soak your nails, wrap your nails to get them off. Dip powder is just thicker. It's a completely different process. Dip powder is like more hardening than gel. Gel is just a polish that cures. There's really no better or not. Some people don't like dip powder because it takes longer to take off, or they don't want their nails thicker. They just want gel over their natural nails. So you can't compare gel and gel polish and dip though. You can compare gel and acrylic. I mean a dip and acrylic. But I wouldn't compare gel polish and anything that's hardening like in that powder form, because they're just two different type of products, and people like them for different reasons. I'm not too worried about this base of the nail because it's so smooth. I'm just using the weight of my drill bit. If I press down on this, it's gonna create a dip. So you gotta make sure you're using the weight of the drill bit and just run it through and smooth it out, okay? I'm flushing the cuticle area, make sure that the acrylic is gonna be right to the nail bed. And when it grows out, it's not gonna lift. We're one of my main concerns. Like that. That's it. Almost done here, so we're gonna go with the last two fingers. I'm gonna clean up underneath and just top coat. And the top coat should bring everything together, especially your ombre. This is where your lips usually happen. You guys can't get around these corners. Right here, these corners, you guys are scared. This corner right here is where most of the lips happen, because you guys are not able to go around the corners and just give it nice and flush, okay? Go slow if you have to. Get around these corners. Flush this acrylic down. Press this against the skin. That's why it's important to not get too much acrylic onto the cuticle area, because you don't want to be drilling too much. See this pink right here earlier? I can just sit here and drill a little bit and drill that pink out. There you go. We have a nice ombre again. Separate the skin a little bit. Now to flush this, you have to angle your drill bit about 35 degrees, okay? So like about this angle. This gives you the ability, the deeper you angle it, the deeper you get into the cuticle area. So a lot of you guys say, hey, how do I know when I get to the natural nails? Well, if you angle it, the deeper you angle it, the more it goes in there. So angle it about 35 degrees so that you don't go into the nail too hard. A lot of people say 90 degrees. 90 degrees is way too much. Okay? It's about 35 degrees, and you'll be able to go in there slowly. Get that cuticle area nice and flush. You'll feel it. I guarantee you, when you get to close to the natural nails, over time, it's muscle memory. Once you get it down, you're just doing the same thing over and over. First thing I'm gonna do is let's start in the corner, go through. You see, I don't go back and forth, I just go through slowly. I'll feel, and you can visually see where your drill bit is at, how far it's gone down. And you'll actually see the actual nail bed come out, and then you'll know when to stop. Just like that. You see? Clean up underneath. Okay. Give us a nice buff. We just got a top coat and we're good to go.
My dip.
You want to do that dip for real?
Yeah.
She wants to do the 90s dip. You guys want to see this? I know a lot of you guys are gonna cringe, but you guys remember this? How much work it took me to give you that nice ass coffin, and now you want this dip?
I thought you remembered.
I know. I was trying to see if you forgot.
You got the buckle and I don't know.
They call this what, Spanish dip.
Yeah.
They literally put a dip into the tip. How long has it been since I've done this?
I love it.
Like, I probably haven't done this in like over 10 years. Huh? You wanted this so bad the first time you came here, huh? And I didn't do it for you. Okay, fine, I'll do it for you. I'll do it just for the gram, for the Facebook, just so you guys can see it.
You on Facebook and Instagram?
No, this is for the Facebook. I'm pretty sure a lot of them never seen this what I'm doing right
They
now.
about to do it. See his face.
It was actually stupid popular back in the day. Like every client came in and got this done.
Make the nails stand out.
Huh?
Make the nails stand out.
With the what?
Make the nail look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
They call it the Spanish dip.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
You pretty use your sanding band and just go in. Gives it like a crescent look at the tip of the nail. Wow.
John.
Sometimes we gotta give them what they want.
Yeah. All I do.
That's all she wanted for Christmas, y'all. She begged me for this the first time she came to me, and I said no. But I think finally I'm gonna give it to her.
Cause I ain't getting nothing else. So at least let me get the dip.
They still do this in northern states. I think up north they still do this style.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
The dip and the nay-nay. Just once in a while, we'll let the clients be unique. You're gonna run home and tell Nay, oh, John, if I did the dip I wanted.
She could never on this set. This one blew her out the frame. She could stand a chance on me.
She probably hates it when you do this, dude.
You ain't right up there gonna get that but a damn ombre. Yeah, you know, that's all I hear.
I'm only doing this dip because you're doing ombre. If you're doing designs or something like that, I'm not doing the dip.
I know, that's why
Wash your hands.
I dip, because I ain't got no design. I just got people white glue.
She's been like begging me for that. The first time she did it, I was like, no, we're not doing that dip. It's so 2000 and whatever. I'll give it to her this time. Is there a drill that you recommend? I use a Pro Power 20K by Medical. Arguably the best drill. I've never had any issues with it. It is the best drill to me, on the honest with you. There are others. My nails lift every single time. It's so annoying because the way they're done. Or is there something you can do help? If your nail lift every single time, there's two options. One, your nail bed might be very oily. Two, you're not sealing the cuticles in enough. So basically what I just did with cuticle work, you got to really seal it in. What's up, Mel? How are you? Like a light C curve. Yep, that's like a light C curve. Exactly what they like. she's flat.
Oh, John, they couldn't stand a chance with things.
Go for it. I'm sitting down. I got my next client coming.
Come on, I'm ready. I'm ready to check out.
This top coat hit.
Yeah,
They used to call it like a crescent style, like a crescent moon at the tip of the nail.
Makeup shopping.
How long has it been since I've done this style? Oh, you really got me going back to when I first started with nails.
I got the regular French tip and the spinach tip. It's giving me that clear pink now. That's what I want.
You see that slight eat into the tip of the nail? All that work to get my crispy ass taper square. She makes me cut into it. In the machine, Taylor. Jesus.
Cause this set done blow out.
Crazy. I just remember back then, everybody got this look. They came in, got their nails done. I want the C curve. The Spanish curve. Always, every client, boom, boom. Some even more drastic than others. There's actually a pretty big trend back then. Some want them like all the way deep in there. Ooh, it was crazy. It's like how you don't see the lipstick design, lipstick shape often, right? It's very unique. And usually when you put the top on, the ombre really does come together really, really nice. For those of you guys that are probably been getting your nails done in the 90s, there's a lot of you guys probably, or in the 2000s, early 2000s, a lot of you guys probably done this design before, the dip. I think everybody's done it at least once when it was in. Unless you were too young to get acrylics and your mom didn't let you get acrylics. But your grandma, your mom probably had it done, gotten it done. Here, I'm going to go in there. Sorry, it's a little bit of not too much to do. Go ahead. Switch. See that little dip in the tip? Actually, it's actually not bad. I'll give it to her. It's actually cute.
Mm-hmm.